looking back, it was quite a struggle trying to get contributions and educating the public about Habitat for Humanity. It was a new entity in Delaware County.
It's an interesting history because Ohio Wesleyan was a critical part of the foundation of Habitat here in Delaware County in 1989, and we had a collaboration with the Westerville Partnership, and that was a key part of the funding and the workforce for Habitat during the early years.
We were meeting at the Andrews house. It was really just with a wish and a prayer we would build homes.
They're now building 4 or 5 houses a year instead of 1 or 2. They've expanded the concept, gotten the churches involved. They have an apostles build, which is a very successful thing. They had a women's build project early on too that was very successful. In fact, from that women's build, Jackie Coons became the executive director of Habitat.
Things I liked about working with Habitat is the opportunities you have to teach others and the joy of watching that kind of thing. With putting insulation in a house, had 2 or 3 homeowners were working with me and doing that. And one of them came up to me and said, "You're not really teaching us how to put up insulation. You're teaching us how to work together, aren't you?"
Dedication of houses, you would just hear all kinds of stories from children who are talking about how they liked their house and they have never lived in any place that has been essentially safe before. And that, there's great satisfaction in that.
And when I became construction manager, is the title they gave me when I signed the line. I did that for about 3 years, about 6 homes I believe total. And then they hired a real project manager, which is Steve Perkins, currently Steve Perkins. On Tuesdays and Thursdays was a group from Westerville of veteran volunteers. I call them veteran volunteers because they were here long before I got started, but had initially taught me a handful of the tricks of the trade as we went.
Habitat's been something I've been interested in since a long time ago, and just did not have a chance to do it. It's a way of giving back to the community and to people who are maybe not as fortunate as I am. And I've been a very fortunate person, so I'm very thankful for the opportunity to give back. And the other thing too, there's a lot of satisfaction working with the people I work with because they are incredibly high caliber, wonderful people, and so the association gives me a social outlet as well.
And I am blessed to be a Habitat for Humanity homeowner. I met people. One of the benefits not only was what I learned from it, but the people that I met along the way, the other families that I had met, the staff of Habitat that I had met, and how accommodating they were. One of the sayings that I really hold dear to my heart as far as Habitat goes is it's a hand up, not a hand out. And that means a lot to me. Because I want to provide for my family and I want to be able to do that, it was just a struggle, and this has been an amazing adventure. And so there is still struggles, but what has been lifted is amazing, and it's just reinforced my faith and my hope, and for the kids to have their own room, their own beds, their own house. Even though we were renting, it just never felt like ours. And they take ownership in it too.
I'm not like a skilled person to know what to do in a home, but like once they showed me what to do, I was off. I did whatever they wanted me to do. I roofed, I painted, I did whatever. It meant a lot to me. I never thought I would own a home, and this was like the greatest opportunity of my life. It was just like, oh my gosh, it's the home I was praying for. I like to set up.
So I think the thing that I hope that they will always see us as being their friend and a family member, that they feel that they are part of the Habitat family, and all that we do as part of the family support program does give them that feeling.
in April of 2004, and the restore has absolutely been the critical part of the success of Habitat in Delaware.
The Board of Directors in 2003 put a lot of planning and research into opening a restore here in Delaware. And in early 2004, they took a great leap of faith and opened the restore here at 305 Curtis Street. The restore opened in April of 2004, and at that time it was only open on Saturdays. It took 11 months for the restore to recoup all of the initial investment costs and has been generating funds for us ever since. In 2009, we were awarded the National Restore of the Year Award from Habitat International. The impact that the restore has had on this affiliate and the community has been very powerful. Not only have we kept tons of materials from going to the landfill, but we've also helped thousands of people in the community repair and remodel their homes inexpensively.
The funding was sparse to begin with, and Bob Clemens, who was the president of Optimum Plastics, stepped up and organized a golf outing, and that became the single most beneficial and successful fundraising that Habitat had in those early days.
The Youth United Group does various events throughout the year. We do a 5K in April, a car wash in May, and our biggest event is Shack City, which we do in November. I love the idea that the money we raise from the events is being put towards Habitat homes and helping people who are low income and need it. And being a part of a change that has the ability to help others in their lives is the greatest feeling.
I enjoy working with all the families and the community members and staff, and we enjoy working together too. And we hope that there'll be 25 more years of growing and evolving to meet the needs of the families in the community.
All the people I met, volunteers and families and different groups, it's just been a joy. And I firmly believe in the mission, so I'm so thankful that Habitat is celebrating its 25th birthday.